I'm Eric Hoffberg, and got a little video here for all of you Think Strong people out there. I want to kind of muscle up here on ideas around the leadership spirit that exists within all of us. I want to get you to be a little bit more conscious of how often you're actually leading, because I think if you're more conscious of how often you're leading, you're going to connect more to being a leader. The more that you connect to being a leader, the more that you're going to bring out this better version, this very best version of you, and also affect the world around you in ways that the world around you needs to be affected, right? So one of the things that's happening for me that I'm thinking about is because of clients that I have that are college athletes, that are Think Strong clients of mine, and pro hockey players. They're in the off season right now. And people are doing some really good work around conditioning their body, because the version of who they are today isn't going to be enough. They want to be in really good physical condition when they go into next season, so they want to become more. So this is who they are today, this is who they want to become. They know that this is who they are today. They know that they have to do some great training this summer to get to here. This is leadership. That's leading oneself from good to great, maybe, or leading oneself from who I am today to who I want to become. So I want those clients of mine to apply their sense of self-leadership to this. Lead yourself through this. Lead yourself from here to here. That's leadership. And for any of you that are doing good things with your body, think about how you're leading you to wellness, to health, to good condition, to feeling strong. And so think about that. Think more often about the way that you're leading that way. Think more often about any time that you give support or encouragement to someone, to a friend, to a family member, to somebody that you work with, because you're a sibling, you're doing that, because you're a parent. Think about any time that you're being encouraging or supportive. That's leadership, because great leaders know how to be encouraging and supportive. Think about how often you can be encouraging and supportive to yourself, and that's you leading you. So there's a leadership spirit anytime that you're doing that. Think a little bit more about just maybe things that you do that actually really truly are evidence of the leadership spirit. How about going out and riding your motorcycle this weekend, right? So are you that person? And I don't ride motorcycles, but I know that people that do ride motorcycles, you got to pay attention to what you're doing. You got to be focused, right? Because the trade-off's not cool if you're not. So it's focus on the task at hand. It's be present and be in the moment. Do what you're doing in a high-quality way. That's leadership. Because great leaders know how to focus on the task at hand and really pay attention without distraction to what they're doing. So go and do any sort of extreme sport or anything that you're doing that way. Get in the moment. Be task at hand and recognize in that moment you're strengthening your spirit to lead. I think about how many people are doing yoga today. Yoga, stillness, again, without distraction, settling in, doing what you're doing, allowing energy to come, being at one with yourself. That meditation, that meditative feeling that you find in yoga, the oneness with the body in that. Well, all of that to me is very much around leadership, because great leaders know how to still themselves when there's lots of chaos around them. So even those of you that are into yoga, you can think around this as, wow, that's leadership. Anytime that you're doing something the way that it's meant to be done, just deciding and making quality decisions around, eating well, taking time to cook, rather than being fast food, right? Anytime that you are reading to gain more knowledge, to understand something more, anything that has to do with any sort of self-development, anything that has to do with the decision to do something right, like cooking a great meal or getting the right meal, all of that, that's the idea around, to me, that's quality decision making. That's deciding that, hang on a second here, let's not just go through things on autopilot and not think about things. Let's think about it. What should I eat today? Or should I be reading more to gain more knowledge and to better myself? That's leadership. Anything that you're doing that way would be leadership. In any given moment that you're stepping up in some way, shape, or form and deciding to have impact on your own life, that's leadership, because that's what leaders do. They step up and they try to have impact. There's all kinds of challenges going on around all of us, things that we need to handle, adversity, circumstances, situations, problems. In any one of those moments, in any one of them, remind yourself to think like a great leader would think. Remind yourself that this is just me having an opportunity to lead myself through my life. So, what is a great leader to you? And maybe this is just a reminder to you to just, maybe all that you need is just like, hey, you know what? He's right. Think Strong is about thinking in high quality ways, and that's what leaders do. And all the points that are being made here are just around being more conscious of how many times I'm actually being a version of a great leader and I just hadn't thought of it. What a cool thing to build up your sense of the leader in you. We need that, right? You need that for your own journey, and our world needs that, for all of us to feel that way. Man, I'll tell you what, as a former hockey coach and as a guy that had the opportunity, as a coach that had the opportunity to coach some really good teams, I want a team full of leaders. I want everybody that has a leadership quality to them, a leadership spirit to them, that they're conscious of how they can lead. Lead by example, lead each other by inspiring each other, lead themselves by showing up in a high quality way. Be an inspiration. Be somebody that's dialed in, doing things the right way. This is leadership. So we need that. We want that, and you want to be that. So let this video be a reminder to you to think strong, and I guess lead strong too. Be an influence. Energize those around you. Be that leader. Be an influence on your own life. Be a leader. Just feel the sense of leadership in you and watch, I think, cool things happen. Hope this helped you. All the best. Cheers.